Hello and welcome to the release of our Video Influencers Guide all around category. Now, just as a reminder, we got over 1,000 nominations for our video influencers this year. And these people in this category, in the all-around category, are really crushing it on all levels. So I'm joined by Allie today, and we're gonna go through these nominations. And one of the things that I love about this category is that we really get to see them using video in multiple places. We get to really see how they're using all of the platforms, BombBomb, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and some of them even are doing videos on LinkedIn as well. And they're really stretching out that video strategy over the whole category.
Yeah, these guys are great. You're also going to see a good mix of personal, simple videos on their iPhone as well as really, really produced videos. And that's what we love to see the most, because sometimes people get really hung up on only having professional videos, and you can rank in this guide without doing them. So I think that's what I love about this category as well. It's just a really dynamic group.
Yeah, which brings us to our very first, number 10 in our all-around category is Ryan and Jenn Shields out in Manitoba. I am such a big fan of Ryan and Jenn because they're just themselves, right? You really, really get a sense of them. They're not trying to be something other than they're not. They are showing a really honest picture of their love of real estate. They work together as a married couple. And you said something really interesting when we interviewed Ryan on the Bombcast, what he said about the equipment he's using.
Yeah, Ryan told us last year that the only thing he uses to shoot his videos are his iPhone. So you can't let these fancy cameras hold you back. You can do everything you need with your iPhone in your back pocket. And Ryan and Jenn are a great example, because you look at their videos, you would not think that.
Yeah.
You would think that they were using really great fancy equipment, and they aren't. They're doing it all themselves, and I think that's what makes them special.
Yeah. Well, they do a lot of interesting stuff. They do consumer education,
right?
Which one of the things that Ryan said in the tip video, which you definitely are going to want to check out, is they use a strategy that we see lots of people using, which is to write down the questions that you get. Right? We hear people all the time asking how do I come up with ideas for content? And they're answering the questions that they hear on a regular basis, which ensures that they're providing a ton of value because it's the questions that their consumers are actually asking. And they're also doing home tour videos.
Yes. Did you see his latest one with Jenn?
I didn't.
It's so cool. They did a really cool home tour video where usually you'll see Jenn kind of talking through the listing, but for the first time, she wasn't really talking. She was more so just making the bed, having a cup of coffee, playing guitar in a room. And there was like black and white, and then there was normal, and there was like a beautiful song playing. And you really got the sense of this home. I couldn't stop watching it. I kept going through the whole thing because I just wanted to see it more. And I actually loved the home. I would totally live in that place. So
awesome. I love it. Well, congratulations to Jenn and Ryan Shields coming in at number 10. Our number 9 ranking in this category is the one and only Miss Sue Pinky Benson. This is one of my favorites. Sue and I connected through one of the manyest events we do, but I actually follow Sue on social media, as I do follow a lot of them. So it's fun to see her rank in this category because I'm seeing all of the videos she does all the time. What were some of the things that you loved about Sue's videos?
Sue is another person who is constantly doing simple video. She is probably always on her phone, and she's doing lives a lot. And she also teaches people how to use video and really overcome their fear of using video. So she's a great person to follow if you're not already. So she can really kind of help you in those next steps. I love that she's really involved in her community, and she also has kind of a soft spot for, I think that's the Children's Network that Remax helps. And she's always doing things to kind of raise money for them. I know she got her face put on one of the golf carts downtown, and she did a whole event about that. So she's really being unique with her content and doing different things that I'm not seeing from a lot of other agents, and that's why I love her.
Well, Sue is one of those that keeps it real on all formats, right? She does Instagram home tours, and I love it. It's her and herself. This year, she's really brought Mr. Benson into the mix.
I noticed that too.
Which has been fun to watch her pushing her husband, Mr. Benson, who they're selling real estate together now, into the videos. videos, and they do these home tours together. They're walking through the home selfie style with the phone. She's doing BombBomb videos consistently. Like you said, that she really gets involved in her community. One of the things we talk about with social media strategy is you really either want to engage your community or build a community. And Sue has done that with Pinky Nose Naples, right?
Yeah.
She's created a Facebook community of people that she's creating content for on a regular basis. So she's doing a really, really good job on all fronts. And she sends BombBomb videos consistently.
Yeah. She almost ranked in that category as well.
Yeah.
I mean, she is so good at BombBomb. She's doing like 5 or 6 a day at least.
Yeah. She'll time block herself out every single day to make sure that she's getting her simple one-to-one BombBomb videos out. So great job, Sue. So fun to see you ranking in our all-round category. All right. Well, coming in at number 8 in our all-round video influencer category is Nicole Freer out in Katy, Texas. Now, I have my favorites of the things she's doing, but I want to hear what are some of the things that really jumped out at you with Nicole's video content.
Something I really like about Nicole Freer is her community videos. She's doing a great job with those. She's really telling a story. So she's sitting down with these business owners and she's starting off with how did this idea become a reality? And it's helping you connect with these companies even more than you really would have in the first place. And I've found that hers are some of the best ones I've seen. I also love her vlog style videos that actually give you a behind the scenes look at everyone on her team. It's not just Nicole, it's everyone in her videos. And she's doing fun things with them. Did you have any particular favorites?
I absolutely loved the vlog type style she's doing with her team. But even the editing that they do in the intro, it's almost like this Desperate Housewives, Kardashian type reality show with her team, which, it's great because you're really getting to know them. And that's a big piece of why we do video in the first place, right? Real estate agents are doing video to build up the following, to start to build that know, like, and trust, to persuade people even before they come to them. And it's such fun, engaging content. We don't see real estate agents doing this kind of thing very often. And it was so engaging. Yeah. It gets the team involved. There was, they did a whole 2-part episode on one of their agents getting engaged.
I saw that one too.
Right? Yeah. Really, really fun content. They're doing a really, really good job blending both together, the fun side of their team, as well as still creating beautiful listing videos for their clients, providing the value for their community in the community videos. They're just really, really crushing it with their video strategy.
Yep, I love the Nicole Freer group. They did a great job.
Awesome. All right, well, number 7 in our all-round category, I know, is one of your very favorites, Andrew Undem from the Sure Sales Group. Tell us about Andrew.
Andrew was one of our honorable mentions last year, and he's really just come through this year doing tons and tons and tons of content. One of the people on our list who's probably creating the most content, I would say. And tons of variety. He's a true all-around candidate. He's doing community videos, which are really cool because he'll start his community video where he shows off the entire area that this restaurant or business is in before he actually talks about even the restaurant itself. So he's selling that surrounding area before he's even selling the restaurant even so. So I think that's really unique and interesting. I also love his Sure Sales Group show because he's bringing on people who are experts that his consumers would find interesting. It's really consumer first process, you know? If you need somebody to help you stage your home or interior design or even plumbing help, he's bringing these people on his show and having them provide value to his listeners.
Which again is such a great way to build up your community because you're promoting other local business owners, which then they're in turn going to share those videos. You really are giving yourself an opportunity to not just provide value, but to really cast a bigger net when you're bringing in those sales professionals. And Andrew is such a natural on camera.
Oh yeah, he's great.
He's so comfortable. He's so fun. He's just his Sure Sales Group show with the local business professionals. Like he's super casual. Right. He's not trying to create like a formal show. It's much more casual interview style, which I think really puts the other business owners at ease as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. Another thing about Andrew in his tip video, you should definitely watch it. He talks about how he gets his team to use video, and they have have a pretty intricate process, but it's amazing. And you'll see in his listing videos, he's having the listing agent actually be in that video so you feel like you're connected to them as well. So I think, you know, all around this team is doing an incredible job, and I love having them on this list.
Yep, they're crushing it. Okay, so number 6 in our all-round category this year was Dennis Plintz from Calgary, Alberta. Man, we keep seeing a lot of people ranking from Alberta.
Yeah, we do.
In all of our categories. They're really stepping up their game. But Dennis is one of those on-camera people that just have a ton of energy. I love it. He has such a big personality, and he's really leveraging video in multiple places. He's doing listing videos. He's doing a lot of consumer education with his YouTube, as well as he's doing a whole hustle series based on a book he wrote. So he's providing some of that sales education as well.
Yeah, I love Dennis. This is his 3rd time ranking. He started in our all-around category in 2017, and then he moved to social. And now he's ranking again in all-around because, like Alicia was saying, he does all of these amazing videos, and he's a true all-around guy. And I also love that he kind of started doing community videos for the first time this year, too. And they're interesting. They're more neighborhood-based as opposed to individual business. And he's such a camera presence, and he's so fun to watch, and I love his content.
Yeah, he's doing a really, really great job. Well, and I know the Alberta market, there's a lot of growth continuing to help in Alberta. And someone like Dennis, as well as we'll see our next ranker in this category, they're getting their face out there so that those people, as they're relocating and as that real estate market continues to really expand, people can find them.
Yeah.
So, which is one of the huge benefits to doing this kind of video in the first place, right? When you're putting lots of content out there, it's giving people an opportunity to really find you, and he's doing a great job by getting himself in all of those different mediums of video.
Yes, definitely.
All right, well, number 5 in our all-around category is another agent from Alberta, Miss Melanie Galea, who I am another big fan of. I follow her on social. One of my favorite things that Melanie does is she does Facebook Live listing videos.
Oh, I know. This is new for her too, because she has ranked in our listing category our first year and was doing like these really produced listing videos, and then to see the transition to live, it's so interesting. I love it.
One of the benefits of going live like that is that Facebook actually ranks live videos higher in the news feed than they do even with a native upload. So by being brave and willing to just go live and do these tours of the houses, she's getting a lot more exposure for her sellers, which is a huge benefit. One of the things that Melanie's also been doing this past year is with a lender. She's doing a show.
Barb, right.
Yes. She's doing a show called Let's Talk Lending. So she's providing some of that consumer education and bringing her preferred lender in it as well.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see those Let's Talk Lending shows, and they're both expanding to each of their own networks. So they're really getting more views than they normally would on a video they're just creating on their own. Another way that Melanie has partnered with other businesses is her Shop Fort McMurray series, which was my favorite thing she did. I was so impressed. She partnered with 30 local businesses. They offered discounts to all of the people who saw her videos and shopped because of this. She's really encouraging people to shop local, and she's getting tons of views on these videos, and they're super simple. They're really well done, and they're making an actual impact in her community. And I think that's what a true community video should do and what we should be striving for. And I just love this content. If you haven't checked it out, there's a link in the guide. Definitely look at her series and try to do something like that on your own, because it's really attainable.
Yeah, it really is. And Melanie has done this for a few years running. I think that's an important thing to encourage you guys with, that some of these strategies it takes time with, right? If you're gonna build up a YouTube following, if you're going to do something like the Let's Shop Fort McMurray, well, Melanie's done this a few years now, so business owners look forward to it. The community look forward to it. And she, like you said, she's really, really providing a high value for her community. So good job, Melanie. Keep up with the good work with your video strategy. We're loving it. Well, for the top 4 rankings in this category of the all-around video influencers, we actually were joined by our friend and last year's winner in all-around category, Christoph Chu, to help us announce these top 4 winners in this category.
Thank you so much for coming and joining us for the release My pleasure. I'm so excited that so many of my friends are on the list and all the great stuff they do. So I'm happy to celebrate their success.
Awesome. It is fun going through the list and seeing so many familiar faces, and
It
even,
is.
people that we watch on Instagram all the time. Like I watch your Instagram stories and some of these other people that we're going to chat about today, getting to see them on the daily basis, what they're doing in the video, and then here they are in our guides. So
Yes.
we're just going to jump in right away to some of these video influencers. And the
Perfect.
first one I want to chat about is Craig Veroni.
Love my friend Craig up in Canada.
Yeah. So Craig is doing some really cool stuff. But what I love about what Craig is doing this year, he's really amped up the community videos and talking about all the different areas in Vancouver. He's did a series on West Van and North Van, and he even did his 30 favorite places in Vancouver for 30 days, which is so fun, right?
That's great. I mean, that's a lot of work, but that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and what I love about what Craig is doing is that he's providing such a service to the community. Right. So often when people are looking at a new area, they might look at lots of houses in the area, but they don't have a good sense for all of the other things that they have available to them, which is why these community videos are so awesome.
Right. People are buying a lifestyle of that neighborhood or that area. And that's, it comes with not just the house, it comes with what do you do once you have the house, right?
Yep, absolutely.
I remember when we all went to the Video Influencer Summit last year in Colorado. It was so great to be with 500 other video influencers, and we all learned from each other. We all got great ideas, and I know Craig and I talked about it late nights about, there were so many different ways of doing videos and different people's personalities come out, and that was so exciting about the conference. I can't wait for the next one coming next year.
Gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So one of the other things that we saw Craig do this year that was really fun is he actually brought his son in to do some of the listing videos, which is such a great way to really humanize it, right?
Yeah.
Kind of keep.
That's what's so wonderful is all these video influencers, you can really see and feel their personalities coming through in the videos. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. You got to do it what's right for you, and that will attract the people that are like-minded like you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of the areas where we saw Craig step up his game this year is in consumer education videos, is making sure that he is providing a high level of value on his YouTube, on his Instagram, so that, when consumers are starting to shop around, they have an opportunity to learn from Craig before they even pick up the phone and call him.
Right.
What kind of experience have you had with that kind of providing the education before they're even connecting with you?
I've had a lot of very good success with that. I work with a lot of international buyers, many of which live abroad, and they're buying a luxury vacation home here in Los Angeles. And we actually just closed a transaction about a month ago in the $6.5 million range. It was a buyer from Europe. And he initially found me from videos. He went to Google and searched a specific area, found my YouTube videos popped up. He went to my YouTube channel, and he saw a lot of videos pertaining to that particular area called Bel Air. And once we started communicating and he discussed about coming into town, he was going to be in town for 7 days with his family, his wife and 3 of his children. And they wanted to specifically buy a house. And I didn't want them to have to spend the whole 7 days educating themselves on contracts and inspections and all that stuff. And I told him that. So on our second live video chat, where we were face-to-face on the screen talking about the plan, I said, let's make your time valuable, because he loves to golf and he wanted to go to Disneyland and go to the beach and all that stuff. I said, I'm going to send you two different videos. I'm sending you a video on what it is for a foreign national buying in the U.S. It's a video I'd done maybe a year or 2 ago. I sent him that link from YouTube, and I sent him another link on what are the inspections you as a buyer should be thinking about when you purchase a home in Los Angeles. Because every city has different things that people inspect for. Like, some people have septic tanks. We don't have that. We have sewer systems. So I sent him those 2 videos, and I sent him a contract as well so that he could review it, so that when he came, he knew about the inspections. He was apprised of that. He knew about the process as a foreign buyer. I did one about foreign buyer loans. He was getting a loan. So having video tools to educate the clients really makes their life easier. It makes my life easier, because each of those videos are like 20, 25 minutes long. And otherwise, I would have to, each time I have a new buyer, go through a whole hour-long conversation to capture that information. So
Yep.
to me, educational videos are really great on all levels.
Well, let's check out one of the consumer education videos that Craig Veroni is doing.
Cool. I'd love to see it.
It's been just over a year since the new mandatory real estate disclosure forms were introduced in BC, and most people still are confused by them or don't know what they are. So in today's video, I'm going to explain them for you.
All right, so next on our list is our friend Tim Macy with Rock House Realty in San Antonio. Yeah, Tim is a friend of yours. So have you got a chance to check out any of the stuff that Tim has been doing with a video this year?
I always watch. I'm on his Facebook RETV page.
Awesome.
Yeah. Almost every day, and we share videos and we help each other with giving insights to each other's videos. So yeah, I see his stuff all the time. I love what he does, and he's very creative. I mean, he's got so much equipment, that guy. Wow. I mean, that guy is just like, every time I see him, he's got this backpack full of stuff. And I've got my iPhone. That's it.
Yeah, Tim is definitely one of those influencers that really has just upped his video game and using lots of different tools. One of the things I loved is his listing videos, because not only is he doing really creative, beautiful listing videos, but then the zoom outs that he does with the drone and then dropping pins and showing things that are around that area. Again, really bringing awesome context to not just this is this house, but this is what the house looks like in the community.
And he's so good at that stuff, and he's so creative, and he's very, I think, technical as well. See, I have no idea how to do any of that kind of stuff or editing. I mean, I can shoot. I'm very good visually, but don't ask me to edit a video. That'll never happen.
Well, and that's one of the fun things on our video influencers is that we see the whole spectrum, right? We see people that are both just shooting and having other people edit. We see people that are getting the tools and doing all of the editing and just jumping in and really, really becoming, an all-in-one video shop for themselves, which is really exciting.
And for me, it's like I want my production team there. I want to produce it, come up with the ideas, the concepts, the production, the plan, and I just have them set it up the way I want, and I just walk in the screen and do what I got to do, and then they take it from there.
Well, let's watch one of Tim's cool listing videos to get an idea of what he's doing out there in San Antonio, Texas.
Love to see it.
Hello, this is Tim.
Hi, Tim. I'm in front of that blue house near downtown.
Ah, 737 East Magnolia. I'd love to show you that.
Well, I don't have all day. You got 5 minutes, or I'm out of here.
Not a problem.
All right, well, our number 2 all-round video influencer this year is Chris Kwan out there in Newport Beach with company.
Go, Chris.
Chris does some fun stuff with video. I love the uniqueness that he brings into his videos.
He's very creative, and he really is like a cinematographer kind of mindset.
Yep.
I think he shoots them mostly all himself. I think he edits them himself. I remember he did some videos where he did a snap and he disappeared and he appeared somewhere else, which I thought was really fun and unique. Yeah, I've really admired Chris in his videos, and last year I was surprised he wasn't on the list, but I don't think he even knew about it. So I'm really excited for him, Chris. Congratulations on being number 2 on the list of influencers this year. That's really awesome, and you really deserve it because you do a great job and you're very creative, and I can't imagine how much time it takes to shoot, produce, edit those videos, because wow, they're great.
Right? Well, and that's exactly like some of the stuff that Chris is doing, he approaches as a storyteller.
Right.
No, he's not just a real estate agent that's doing video. He really is looking at it as a storyteller and approaching it from that. And you're right, I can't even imagine how much time he spends. That Spider-Man video where she's like shooting webs and grabbing things with webs. Like,
oh, I missed the Spider-Man one.
Oh, you're going to have to go check it out.
Okay. I've got to check out the Spider-Man video.
Yeah, but Chris is doing not just really cool listing videos, he's also doing gear videos and talking about some of the gear he takes with him. So he's not only, providing a service to the community, but he's also really educating other real estate professionals on the types of tools that they would use to do the kinds of video that he's doing. So he's doing a really, really great job, just all around. Obviously, that's why we ranked him in this category, but he's doing the more edited videos. He's doing lots of YouTube and Instagram and listing videos, and really, really a strong showing in this category from Chris. So
I actually like his videos when he goes to conferences. He'll show going to the hotel, he'll show the hotel room, he'll show the restaurants, he'll show the streets. I like that because if you're going to a new town, I think he was in Boston or something and he did a whole little video about Boston and the hotel. And I'm like, oh, it was, I like those things. When I'm traveling, I like to Google search people's actual videos of the hotel suites and the rooms. And so I can get a real feeling, not those fancy hotel videos, which you really can't see anything, right?
Yep, exactly. Which is, one of the things that we heard at Rehumanize over and over and over again is that just documenting the day-to-day, that, you talked about this as well, the Instagram video, talking about your day, it creates such an incredible opportunity for people to build that know, like, and trust with you, to really get a sense of who you are just by videoing that simple day-to-day. And Chris is doing that with those, with those area tours as well, showing himself, showing up to the hotel and piecing those together and make really engaging content. So
he does a great job, and I've gotten a lot of good ideas from him. So
yeah, absolutely love it. Well, we're definitely going to have to check out one of Chris's videos here so you can see how he's
show the Spider-Man one.
incredibly listing videos.
Can you guys keep it secret? So welcome to 27796 Hidden Trail in Laguna Hills. Now, sorry about that. Let me just take care of that real quick. Oh, that's just Aunt May. I gotta make sure that I stay pretty close to the phone now that I'm on call now, being a defender of the galaxy. Anyway, let's go take a look at the house. I remember when I first saw this home for the first time, I really liked that it had a 3-car garage. I don't own a car, but it sure would look great in there. The vaulted ceiling is one of my favorite features of the home. I'm always swinging around, so the extra space is ideal. And I love my comic books. With nearly 4,500 square feet, this massive home can surely store all my books. It even has a private office. It's where I make all my upgrades to all my gear. this is what you call a room. After a long day of fighting crime, it's a perfect spot to relax. And it even has enough rooms, just in case all the guys on the team need a place to crash. Well, thanks so much for checking out the house. You know, I really enjoyed living here, and I'm sure you're gonna love it too. I've got to take that. If you guys have any questions, make sure to contact my real estate agent, Chris. I'm off to save the world. Bye.
All right, and coming in at number 1 this year in our all-around video influencer category is Mr. Peter Lorimer of PLG Estates there in Los Angeles. Tell us about Pete.
Congratulations, Peter.
Yeah, congratulations.
You knocked me off my crown this year.
At least it's another Los Angeles, right?
Exactly.
So one of the things that I loved as soon as I saw Pete's first video is that he allows himself to just be himself.
I was just going to say, he's got a lot of personality, and it comes across very natural, very real, very raw, and very warming. So, yeah. Well,
and you know, Pete is a larger than life personality anyway,
yes.
Which is it's exactly what you want a Los Angeles real estate agent to be, much like yourself, lots of big personality. And, you know, Pete doesn't try and shy away from letting his personality show through. He's obviously an absolute professional, but he also has a lot of fun with it. Yeah,
he does. And it comes across that way. I mean, his party scenes, I think he does some with where he's wearing a tuxedo with the black tie. It's fun. It's interesting. And it's, again, you see his personality, you like his personality, and you want the personality. So it's great. Great job, Peter.
One of the things that we talk about a lot when we're talking about video thumbnails, right, is that the surroundings, the things around you can tell a lot about the person. And I loved so many of Pete's videos. As soon as you click on that video, you have such a sense of who he is from the background. He's got all of his artwork and his rock and roll stuff and a big British flag and just a really, really cool vibe. As soon as you click on one of Pete's videos, you have a sense of who he is.
It's really true. Yeah. It's like my office, you can only see part of it, but I've got my crystals, I've got my artwork.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and you know, it's the same thing when you go to Pete's Instagram, which is, you know, because he's so well-rounded in this category, you know, he runs a wildly successful business and he's doing lots of produced content, and he still is just pulling out his phone and, you know, recording simple videos on the go, talking to people, providing education, and giving a glimpse into what his day looks like as a successful Los Angeles real estate agent.
Exactly. He's been doing a lot also to build his team and get people to join his company, which I think is great. You know, that's worked for me to getting employees in the past, and it's obviously working for him. So hats off to you, Peter.
Yeah, awesome. Well, congratulations, Pete Lorimer, on ranking as our #1 video influencer. Let's check out one of Pete's awesome videos that got him this coveted spot this year.
Greetings and welcome to my channel. My name's Pete Lorimer and I'm the host of a real estate show on Netflix. I'm a former hit record producer and now owner of LA's most creative boutique real estate firm, PLG Estates. On my channel, you will find tips and strategies for the real estate entrepreneur, so you might want to consider subscribing. So why should I watch your channel, Pete, I hear you cry? I have been an entrepreneur my entire life. In my former career, I notched up close to 50 #1s in the dance charts between the UK and the US. But my entrepreneurial fire still burned, so I dove headfirst into a career in real estate. Within 5 years, I was the #1 Keller Williams agent in the whole of Los Angeles. But I really wanted to feel the burn of owning my own business. That's the true test of an entrepreneur. So I started a creatively focused real estate company, not knowing if it would succeed or fail. I'm happy to say we now have 4 offices and close to 200 agents. my opinion that knowledge is never owned, it's borrowed. And it's our duty to pass it on. And that's exactly what this channel is all about. I'm going to give you all of the knowledge that I have gleaned over the years to help me become a successful real estate entrepreneur. And I hope you come along for the ride.
Well, we are so excited that you guys came to check out the launch for our Video Influencers Guide. Thank you, Christoph, so much for joining us today and adding your professional insight. The guide is live, so click the link on this post to download the guide, share it with your friends. It's not just the ranked winners, but we have them answering questions about what they're doing with video, where they're going, as well as tips and tricks from these video influencers so that you can become a video professional and maybe show up on our Video Influencers Guide next year.
The guide is really great, and when I got the guide last year, there were a lot of people I didn't know. So actually that guide everything is clickable links. You can click to their Instagram, Facebook things, their YouTube channels, which I did to everyone, follow them, subscribe to them, which I encourage you all to do, because if you're doing videos, there's so much talent out there, and especially at the summit, which is going to be called Rehumanize again next year. I can't wait for that, because we'll probably have, 1,000 people this time instead of 500?
Hope so.
And we'll get to learn from each other, but this is a great way to start, because that's not going to be for a while, but to download the link, click on everyone, follow them, and you'll learn more and do better videos, which is what we're all here for.
Exactly, exactly. Well, thank you again, Christoph. Make sure you guys click the link below, download the Video Influencers Guide, and we'll see you on video, hopefully.
Congratulations, everyone. Great job.